morning, the best campers in the whole wide world. Today we're going to start with reading The Summer Camp from the Black Lagoon, chapters 10, 11, and 12. Out to lunch. We all march into the mess hall and sit down. I still don't know why they call it a mess hall. Then they bring out the food, and I figure it out. Bon appetit. Hold your nose. It's a mess. Mashed everything. Mashed potatoes, mashed peas, squashed squash. The chef must be King Kong. This makes the school cafeteria look like a 4-star restaurant. Well, the good thing is you don't have to cut anything or even chew it. So here's King Kong and he's going, food. Or no, he's not saying that. He's just jumping on food. And then here's the dog. He says, don't squash my bone. After lunch, it's time to go swimming. I hope we will wait at least a half hour so we don't drown. Mom said we have to wait half an hour because we could cramp up. Do fish cramp up after they eat? Chapter 11. For goodness snakes. Have you ever heard for goodness sakes? So this is for goodness snakes. We march back to our cabin and put on our bathing suits. Then we walk barefoot to the lake. There are all sorts of sharp, prickly things on the ground. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Pine needles, pine cones, sticks and stones that can break your bones. I walk carefully. And so they're like, ouch, ouch. Some of that sentence was on this page. I finished the thought and then I went back to the picture. We get to the lake and it looks cold. Maybe we should go ice skating instead. Jump in, boys, shouts Buzz, and he blows his whistle. We just stand there. I raise my hand. Question. What is it? I'd like to know a little about the aquatic life before I leap in. I say, for instance, are there any snapping turtles? Piranhas or sharks? No sharks, Buzz smiles, but look out for the snakes. Snakes? No way, I'm not going in there. Buzz winks his good eye. In 10 years, I've only seen one. Yeah? Well, that one won't see me. I sit on a log. Ouch! This log just has as many sharp places as the ground. Uncomfortable. Ouch! All the kids are splashing around. Looks like they're having fun. There are snakes in logs, too. Maybe I'll take my chances in the water. Belly flop. Chapter 12. In the swim. Wow, swimming is cool. I can swim down to the bottom and open my eyes. It's got a lot more stuff in it than a swimming pool. There are plants and rocks and little fish. It's sort of like an aquarium. Jerry and I play sunken pirate ship and look for treasure. Jerry finds an empty soda can, and I find a rubber sandal. When Buzz blows his whistle, no one wants to get out. We're having too much fun, but it's time to go canoeing. I've never been in a boat before. I hope I don't get seasick. And then, chapter 13, our last part of our last reading. So, boys and girls, as you can see, Hubie started off not wanting to go to camp. And then he starts to kind of like it. And then not wanting to go swimming. And he actually ends up liking it. And so I love how his feelings about camp start to change. And at the end, you might see that his feelings really change about how he feels about camp, from not liking it to liking it. So today we have some activities planned. We'll start with our repeated songs. And then we're going to do a writing activity. So I know some of you are like, I don't want to write. Well, boys and girls, you've been working so hard on your writing this year that now people can read it. When you came to first grade, some of you, I didn't know what you were trying to say. It just kind of looked like scribbly shapes. And now you're making wonderful sentences. And not boring ones either. You're making ones with a lot of detail. And so I love reading your writing, and I know other people do too. So I put a postcard in your bag, and I want you to color it. Now, we didn't really go to camp, right? But I drew a camp scene. I do me roasting marshmallows. I colored in the heart. I made a tent. You might do something else that reminds you of camp week. But I want you to really decorate this postcard. If you've ever seen a postcard before, the backside always has a beautiful picture on it from somewhere that you've been. So since we've been at camp, it says I love camp, and you get to draw. Use all of the space. And then on yours, I put a real stamp, so you can actually send this to somebody. So don't write it to somebody you live with, because that'd be a waste of a stamp. Think of someone that you don't get to talk to, but you want to, like maybe a grandparent, or maybe one of your parents' friends, or maybe a friend that you know their address to. So I wrote one to my sister, and it says, I liked camp week. My favorite part was the funny book. I miss you. Love, Miss Murphy. And then I just put her name here. You'll have to write their address here as well, because I'm not really sending this because I love her. So we make our postcard. Take your time. I want this to look good. I don't want you to think of writing as something that you have to do. Every time you put your pencil to a piece of paper, I want you to feel excited that your thoughts that you have on your brain can actually be put on paper. Because that's incredible. You can write. So please, when your parents make you write this, don't feel grumpy about it. Feel proud. You know how to write sentences. If it hurts, stretch out your fingers. I want you to love writing. Okay, after that, oops, I think we were supposed to do that before math, but that's okay. We can do that first. After that, we'll do math. And so I asked you guys if you've been camping before, and this is the data I received. Remember, if you take a survey, what the answers you get, that's the data that you've collected. And so I found out that 14 kids in this class have been camping, and 11 have not. And so for yes, you'll want to fill in the graph that correlates with the data. So you'll need 14 boxes filled in. If you fill in the no column, how many boxes need to be filled in? I think you know how to graph. And then on the back is a super fun game. And what you need for that is a paper clip. Of course, I don't have one. And so you put the paper clip down, and then you get a pencil. I know this isn't a pencil, but I'm just going to pretend. And make it flat. And then you spin the paper clip, and you'll land on one of these critters. And this game is called Camping Critters. And it says this: spin, tally, and total. Directions: using a paper clip and pencil, spin the spinner. Use tally marks to track how many times you land on the camping critters. Keep spinning to see which animal reaches 10 tally marks first. And just a reminder of what 10 tally marks look like. They look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 shuts the door. 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10 draws a line. Please remember, after you do 4 up and down, you have to cross it. I don't just want to see line, 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 line. 10 lines. No, I want to be able to touch 5, 10. It's a nice organized way to do it. So the tally marks. And so once one of the critters has 10, you're done. And that's your math. It helps you practice. Tally marks, and total. Okay, and this helps you with your graphing. And then you can go outside. Didn't really check the forecast. I'm sorry. So if it's not good outside, maybe you can save this for a better day. And this is called a camp scavenger hunt. And there's some things that you should find: a green leaf, a rock, an acorn or pine cone, feathers, a stick, brown leaf, flower, and a mystery item. Boys and girls, some things you're not really supposed to touch. And one of those things are when you find feathers in nature. And so you might, if you see a feather, instead of picking it up with your hand and putting it in the bag, you can just cross it off saying you got it. And so once you find the item and you place it in the bag, cross it off. Okay, and see what you can find in your yard or by where you live. Okay, and then if you have extra time, play pick up the camp. When we do this in the classroom, this is my favorite part of camp week. I hope you like it. It's a little different at home. And so you have 2 things left in your bag that you're probably like, what do I do with these? And one is this comprehension test, and one is or 1 or 3 pieces of paper and a stick. So what I'm going to do, I know on Fridays I'm always like, it's a catch-up day. Since tonight you're supposed to read the final chapters of Summer Camp from the Black Lagoon, I would love it if you spent tomorrow just 10 minutes working on this comprehension test, and then have your parents send the picture to me. It's just write 3 characters from the story, boom, boom, boom. You can look back in your book. That's what good test takers do. And then, number 4, who is Hubie friends with on the bus? What is the name of the camp that Hubie goes to? Okay. What part of a chicken's... Oh, you don't know this part yet. Well, it's good to know the question first. What part of a chicken's body is given vitamins in Buzz's ghost story? That's part of the last chapter. And then, what was Hubie's dream? That happened already. And so if you could do that tomorrow, I'd be really appreciative. What we're going to do is we're going to save this activity for next week. It's going to be roasting fake marshmallows. So don't assemble them yet, because we're going to have to write on them and draw them. It's hard when they're on the stick. It makes it all bumpy. So save these pieces. We will be using these. It's just we ran out of time to do that this week. So I hope you have a wonderful day at Camp Sherwood. I really miss you guys. Bye.